With the Indian entertainment industry breaking new ground, evolving and reinventing itself, FICCI Frame has been a steady and constant cheerleader, supporting the industry with advice.
Friends, good to see you year after year and in strong numbers. And this only goes to reassure all of us that we are on the right path with the FICCI movement. Once again, we have a load of subjects, ideas, challenges in front of us, and I'm sure next 3 days will be absolutely great fun, and a lot of thoughts will get exchanged, and we shall all act upon them. A lot has been said about the censor and censorship in this country today. I'm very happy that Mr. Murthy is in the room, and between him and me, we were part of the Bengal committee, and we gave it 5 months. And if to break the suspense, what we've recommended is we need to abolish censorship.
As I was saying that I'm privileged to be the moderator of this session, and personally I hate those moderators who speak themselves a lot and never give a chance to actually get to hear the panelists. It's my game today to try not to be one of them. Let's see if I succeed. And many prolific people here, and I'm going to start the conversation very randomly. We'll try to make sense. A small introduction about myself, for those who might know a little bit about me. I'll give you the reason why I'm entitled to be over here. It is that the first thing I ever directed on television was a show called Purukshetra, which was a chat show about women. Yes, ma'am, you were there. It was a chat show about men called Purukshetra with a female moderator. So history repeats itself in a different way, like Kabir Das ki ulti wani. And I am here.
Okay, one, I firmly believe that if women were not responsible for making children, we would be obsolete. 2, do you think the world is in a good shape right now? Do you think so? Does anybody think so?
I think
Yes,
it's getting better.
Okay, well, I'm talking about war and famine and food distribution.
It's better
The
than last
world-
century. It's getting better every decade.
Okay, can I finish?
I'm
The
optimistic.
leadership of the world primarily has been in the hands of men. Give us a chance. We bring life into the world. We know the value of life. We were not prone to war so easily. Give us a chance. And 3, women to get to the same stage as men in career or in any other field have to work twice as hard. And I think all women here would agree with me on that.
I don't agree about the asking for it.
Yeah.
I believe
like,
that
no!
real power has to be taken and not given.
Yes.
So then who are you asking?
I am not asking. I am saying it's happening. And we might as well brace for it. Because if we are going to live in the illusion that this country is going to become a superpower or that the wars will come to an end, and barring a few countries, more or less the laws are in favor of patriarchy, and it's so conditioned because feminism is not a biological thing. Just because I'm a woman, I'm not a feminist. Just because
That's
you're
true.
a man,
It's
you are
not
not
that-
patriarchal.
Imtiaz,
right?
Absolutely.
have your good looks come in the way of your career?
I would like to say, first of all,
My good looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just say something?
Is
Oh,
your-
it's the first
has
time he
your-
heard that, didn't he? Huh.
Is your vision?
It's a question just keeps getting asked to women, you know. It's like,
No, but
are your
I
looks
wa-
coming in the way of being taken seriously? I keep,
So
yes, for the longest time.
I want to say something that I'm not ashamed to admit. For the longest time, for most of the industry, I wasn't even good looking. I was only good looking for my mom and dad. Because I was little savli for a Punjabi, you know, not a model-esque kind of figure. So thank you for the compliment. And no.
Is that it all starts so early. I mean, last year I got into this controversy, one more controversy with the IIT Bombay issue, where I don't know if all of you were very busy, but I wrote this open letter finally after being invited for 3 years in a row to go and play their festival. Just to give you an idea, the specific request I have to make of brands and any corporate person sitting out here is, if you do really stand for the idea of equality and equal opportunity, when you are sponsoring even something as simple as a festival in a college campus, and you're not taking note about the fact that for 3 decades in a row, there are no female headliners, be it in music, be it in the literary section, be it in the theatre section, be it in the stand-up comedy section. Year after year, you are propagating the myth that the male is supreme, and at best I'm a decorative add-on, or I can only come a third best. You're propagating that system and that hierarchy right from the very start. So while I'm traveling so much and performing so much, it breaks my heart to tell you that after I wrote that open letter, I used to at least perform in the female colleges, because as I said, women for women is like understandable, because we are going to discuss some very womanly issues. But for a female headliner to go with a band and even perform in a university, and you know, these are big festivals, they are always backed by the big brands, but nobody bothers to check that year after year, you have 5 days of performances and it's always a male headliner. It's always a male headliner. And these are the little, and I can only speak from my personal perspective. I'm
Sure.
sure the other professionals.
Yeah, certainly.
And you-
That is always welcome. What I had noticed from a lot of films that I've done, one burns one's heart and soul in making a film, and then because the distribution or the P&A is not good enough, or it's an indie sort of film or a niche sort of thing, then it becomes extremely difficult to send that film out into the larger world. With the advent of digital stuff, it's become so much easier to be able to directly access your audience. And if it's good, then word of mouth sends the film into another orbit. As in the case of Chutney, it's at 47.5 or something million views. So we spent 0 rupees on advertising it, nothing at all. So yeah, I think it's just absolutely fabulous, both for the audiences and for the makers, because the audiences also don't want a overly marketed film which is pushed down their throats every single day. And the makers, of course, want to not spend additional money on top of the product. I'd rather spend on making a very good film than on just pushing it out there. So I think it's a win-win.